Hey internet, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Jongravesshow. You know, today is one of them days when I really... Today is one of them days when really I wanted to talk about this for a good while now, but I just really didn't want to make a video on it because I really got to get my words right, you know? Because if you say like some silly shit, motherfuckers, they will call your ass out for it. But honestly, when it boils right down to this, it is... Capcom said that they wanted to get around to making way more traditional Capcom, or at least like Resident Evil games. They want to get back to, they want to go back to their like roots, and they want to make a Resident Evil game which that makes people pretty much want to go out and like have fun with the game all over again, and go back to the area in which that like you had a difficult time like controlling characters and so on and so forth. And I have to be honest, I really do like, well, me personally, I can see them doing that in terms of like if they took that if they took the system from Until Dawn, because how Until Dawn's like camera is, that game tends to look a little bit Resident Evil-y at times. Excuse me, but like the thing is though is that feels more like a straightforward game. That one doesn't have the Resident Evil feel to it. And yes, I did see some comments upon that of people saying that this is a laugh, that they're never going to do that again. A traditional Resident Evil game, which that they think it is now, is Resident Evil Revelations or Revelations 2. You know, something that is very, very, very linear, but is also chapter-based and, you know, stuff like that. Whereas, originally Resident Evil, well, I think Resident Evil 3 was actually pretty like that. It was pretty straightforward. Same with Resident Evil 2. The only Resident Evil game that I know of that wasn't as straightforward as what people make pretty much as people make it out to be, and they hit it pretty well, was the first Resident Evil game, which I can say that yeah, I can see them going back to that, of you just being in a very of you. Well, in order for them to do this, I can see them making a brand new Resident Evil game, of it feeling like the very first Resident Evil game, as it plays like, or like if it does like the over the shoulder thing, or does it like far away. I can see them doing that again if they just took the game, made a brand new set of characters, and just threw them into an isolated area in which that you need specific keys to find your way out of this specific area. That would be a pretty cool way to actually jump back into the traditional Resident Evil feel, or not, or if not even that, like just bring back Resident Evil Outbreak. I mean, that is the most simplest thing in which that they can do. I mean, like, I know that a lot of people that they may say that like that they're feeding off of their old fan base, but I'm like, I'm not talking about Files 1 and 2. I mean, make a brand new Resident Evil Outbreak. The only real problem with that is though is that they can't make one about Raccoon City, but this is a good chance for them to remake it and then use that town that was in Resident Evil 6. The one that had the university in it, the one where Leon and Helena had to escape out of. I mean, if they use that town and then just put them in like that school or something like that, where a place where like that you need all these weird ass locks and shit, and just say that Umbrella, that Neo Umbrella is running the place, and bam, you have a traditional Resident Evil game. The only reason why most of these traditional so-called going back and trying to bring these games back thing really doesn't work all that well for a lot of people is because of the fact that we are playing with cops now, cops and government agents, and people who have massive amounts of experience dealing with the zombie apocalypse and so on and so forth, or dealing with Umbrella. It would be a lot better if they didn't like if they gave us a brand new character who didn't know anything about that, and then just went back and then they tried to do it like how they originally did, which that would make that entire setting pretty acceptable. But honestly, that is just one man's opinion, and they can do it. It's just the fact that they probably just don't want to, because they don't want to make any brand new characters who pop up for one game and then we never see them again. If anything, that's sort of how like Sheva was. She popped up for 5, and we will never see her character ever again. But that is what I gotta say about that. Please tell me what you think about this down there in the comment section. Catch you guys on the next John Graham Show. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.